Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Creativity and Inspiration, and I'm Lisa, and I am happy you are here. If you're new, welcome, big heart, I am happy you found us. Today, we've already discussed this as far as how to take pictures of items that maybe you want to showcase on Instagram or you're selling, but today I'm going to talk about taking the best photos of people because it's the holidays and you're going to have gatherings with family and friends. And you want to get great shots because you want everybody to be able to remember how special it was to be together. Let's just get started. And oh, by the way, these are my models today. This is a pillow that my husband made when he was in Boy Scouts like 40 years ago. And this is one of my dog's stuffed animals, which might disappear because Henry's in here with me. But we're going to try and use these as my people as examples. Okay. So when your family's gathering, they're going to be in chairs just like my living room here, and you could have multiple people sitting around with a few people on the couch as well, okay? One of the best shots to get is one that is not planned, that's very spontaneous, very real. However, you owe it to the people that you're photographing to take the best possible photos. You don't want to take a picture where your mom's double chins are, down to her chest, or where it looks like Uncle Rob, has bigger boobs than Aunt Marcy, okay? So you want to make sure the pictures you take are flattering. And you can do that and still get those unrehearsed, those unposed, very real pictures. Just be mindful of a few things. One is lighting. Always make sure before the guests arrive, you turn on all the lights. And yes, I know, that's going to raise the electric bill, but it's going to make sure that your photos are clear and that everybody looks as good as possible, especially in the unstaged, the real photos that you really don't want them to know you're taking because you want it to be like just, conversation real. So make sure the lights are on before they all get here. And if it's not your house, when you get there, ask the host and hostess or hostesses or host if it's okay to turn on all of the lights because you do want your photos to come out amazing. Next is the angle which you take these candid shots, okay? And this is the same with whether you're taking a stage photo or a candid shot. Don't ever take a photo from the bottom like this. And yes, this isn't very candid because I'm right in front of them. But say they're in a conversation, they're all turned towards each other, and you're over here on the side, okay? Don't take the photo head on like this, because when you take a photo and you're even with everybody, your camera's even with the faces, they're going to look flat and smushed. There's not going to be any dimension. You're going to get those ugly shadows and angles, okay? And another thing, don't take it from down below either. Down below is when we get all of those double chins and those weird lights and angles. Again, not pretty. So anytime you take a candid shot, make sure you're taking it up here. I see a lot of wannabe photographers on their knees wanting to get that perfect shot, but this is not the best angle on your knees. Stand up and raise your camera up and then take the shot. It's going to be the best angle of everybody sitting inside where you're going to shoot. Okay? And another thing is when you're taking candid shots and maybe it's crowded, they don't realize you're taking them, besides taking them from up higher, watch when you're taking people. Maybe you want to take a person, maybe you want to take a picture of a person with a fork and a piece of pie. Maybe you want to show Grandma how much Aunt Susie loved the pie because she was worried about it. Well, Aunt Susie's getting ready to put that pie in her mouth, okay? And nobody wants their mouth in a picture like that, okay? That would not go over well with anybody. And Aunt Susie would probably get mad and mad at Grandma because she would thought Grandma put you up to it. So what you do is you wait either until they're done chewing while the fork is still on the plate or cutting into the pie and snap it. Or you, if you can, and this is only my really good photographers, get it here, but don't take a picture of Aunt Susie's face because that mouth is open, okay? So it's going to be a downward shot of just the fork and the pie in the hand which I'm sure if the hand's done up with nails and jewelry, you'll know whose hand it is. But if not, wait till the chewing is done, maybe the fork is on the plate, and take a picture then. And remember, up high, you can get her cutting it because the mouth is not open yet if you want the face in the picture. Okay? So that's anything with eating shots. Remember, if somebody has their mouth open, they don't want that. And most time they don't want it when they're chewing either, because we all, face it, don't look very good when we're chewing. Another point when you're taking candid shots is to be cognizant of how somebody feels about their picture being taken. Okay, you took Aunt Susie and little Janie's picture and it's beautiful, and you're gonna post them all on Instagram for all the family to see. Keep in mind that some people, whether you agree or not, do not want their kids on Instagram. Keep in mind that yes, it's your photo and it's your Instagram, but that's her child. So just be cognizant, be aware, and be kind and gracious and understanding. Now, for those staged family photos, fine. Getting everybody in one first. And everybody wants to hide because nobody wants to be out front, right? Oh, my belly's too big, or oh, I look too old, or my double chins. Okay, this is where you assure them that nobody's going to have a double chin and nobody's belly is going to look like they're pregnant, because you're not going to shoot it from out front straight, and nobody's belly is going to look like it's huge because you're not shooting underneath. Remember, your shot is the same thing as those candid shots. You're shooting from up top. Best angle, you don't get double chins, you don't get the weird bumps, and they don't look big at all. In fact, they all look flat, okay? So sure, everybody, you're doing the high angle and it's gonna come out great. Another thing is, if you do have people that are worried, maybe they've gained a little weight or their hips are a little wide or whatever, and these are gonna be their complaints whether you agree or not. I'll give you a couple of tips. Okay, so a couple of tips definitely is have everybody turn sideways and bend one knee on one leg, like that, and then turn back ever so slightly. This cuts the waist, it makes it look thinner, and the leg bent makes the legs look thinner. Everybody knows this, Instagram models know it, movie stars, this is the look. If you go back and look at red carpets, you'll see them do this a lot, okay? Also, don't wear baggy clothes. I have a super baggy shirt on. Or if they're gonna wear baggy clothes, but they don't wanna look like they're huge, cinch them in the back if they have a chip clip, because you're not gonna see their back end. Cinch it back there for them. It pulls their shirt tight like that, and then they don't look so ballooned out, okay? That's just something you can offer as a photographer, a tip or trick. Another thing is, remember that women are very conscious of this area. So another tip or trick is having them turn and have their arms like in front of them crossed, or their hands disjoined like that, and it breaks up this line too, so you don't notice it if they have a belly, okay? And if their bellies are a little bigger, have them bring their arms out a little away from their bodies. Not a lot, but just a little bit. The last tip or trick always is get in close, but not too close. Do not do a micro shot on somebody's face. Nobody wants to see those little lines, those little fuzzy hairs growing, okay? Nobody wants to see that. We want these pictures to make people feel good, to uplift them, so they'll be proud to share them with their friends and other family members that didn't make your Christmas celebration. Also, if you want to add any props in or get gifts, okay, let's talk about gifts. Great time to take photos. Just remember, when somebody's opening something, high angle, that's the biggest thing. But it's not always the gift, unless it's for you personally, when they're pulling something out, and maybe it's a joke gift, maybe it's, a dirty joke gift. They might not want that caught in a photo, so kind of respect that. Also, if somebody's like, they don't want that in a photo either. So if you're going to get an opening gift present, get it before and then after when they're posed. And remember, after, when you're posing with your gifts, after you get them, a good way is to have them A good way is to have them sit, turn their knees in, and hold the gift like that. That's a perfect angle. It's a sideways angle, and then your shot's up here. Okay, it looks really nice. It looks really good, and it's posed in your shots up here. The last thing I want to talk about is when people are either entering your celebration, your home, or leaving it. And the reason I want to talk about this is because we always want to get those first pictures as soon as possible before they even get their coats off or put their stuff down. But remember, coming in, they might have been in traffic, they might have had a fight in the car, they might drop something. You don't know what's transpired, so they may not be at their best to get that picture taken right when they walk in the door. My advice would be wait till they get their coat off, maybe have a drink, and then take their picture. Same with leaving. When they're rushing around to get all their stuff, maybe get their kids together, their packages, maybe make sure Uncle Bob's not driving because he had too much to drink. You know, all this is going on. Taking a photo then is probably not going to be the best either, especially if they've had a few cocktails. They could look a little out of it. They could look a little disheveled from just running around trying to collect. They could have been there 3 or 4 hours and they're just hot and tired. So the leaving photos really need to be kept out of the family gathering altogether. Just, say your goodbyes, give them a hug, and cherish the photos that you got that were very well done during your celebration. So guys, I hope these tips and tricks for taking photos of people help. Enjoy your holiday if you celebrate. If you don't, go over and check out my art channel. Have a great idea how to spend Christmas Day if it's just you, if it's you and friends, or you and just a loved one. Talk to you soon. Take care. And hey, we've got New Year's ideas coming up next week, so don't miss out.